Abdullah Mason, good to meet you, brother. Good to meet you. One of the best prospects in world boxing. How does that feel? Like when people say that, one of the best prospects in world boxing.
Um, well, we're a championship contender now, but
Yeah, it's changed.
it feels amazing. Just to have been the best prospect in boxing to competing for a world champion in this championship in the same year, it shows you the levels that I could go.
Me and you were speaking just before the cameras started rolling, and I was like, you had an 8 rounder this year,
Yeah,
and you're gonna like not even end the year because knowing you can still have another fight after this one. But from an 8 rounder to a world championship fight in the same year, that's kind of not normal. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to
right.
have like a few 10 rounders, then a 12 rounder, but you're going straight from 8, a couple of tens to a championship fight.
Yeah, uh, I've been prepared for it since the beginning. Since I turned professional, I see myself at this level. Being here, but all I have to do is just walk into it. So that's what this is, just walking into it. This whole year, every time I fight is, another opponent. And my job is to just get the job done how I'm supposed to. And just walk into it. The next fight, do it how I'm supposed to do it. The next fight, show out how I'm supposed to. So that's what this is. And for the world championship, same thing, show out how I'm supposed to.
A lot changes when you become world champion, as you know. I guess one of the biggest changes is that you now become the
Yeah.
hunted, right? You've been the hunted.
Yeah.
You've been calling out all the big names, and you get a big name in Noakes, but you now become the hunted. How does that feel where people now start asking to fight you?
Um, that's what comes with the sport. So you got to be prepared. You have to be prepared for it. But me as a world champion, there's still some people that I will have to hunt, um, and I'll be ready for those people that's coming behind me. So the whole thing is just mental. Just staying locked in, mentally all the way around, all the time.
Are you a type of person, or do you leave it to your team where you study fighters? I mean, have you looked at Noakes? Have you studied him already?
Yeah, yeah. We all
Did you
look at
see
them
him just
together.
now? Did he go
Yeah, I seen
past
him
you?
just now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We greeted each other, shook hands.
Okay. Knowing that
Yeah,
it's gonna be war, because I mean
yeah,
he's a puncher. He's unbeaten as well.
yeah. No, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Are you excited about what's to come? This isn't looking past Noakes. I know you won't do that, but when you look at your weight class, so many big names in your weight class. I mean, you've got a frame where you can clearly go through the weight divisions as well. There's all this talk about you and Floyd Schofield. That's not going away. Do you get excited knowing that there are going to be so many dance partners for you in the next 12 to 18 months?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's something I'm very excited about. And with those fights potentially, being 12 round fights, it'll give a lot of entertainment for the fans. It just be some great, busy year with a lot of work that I'm prepared for. So I feel like that's gonna be a lot of fun. A
Mm.
lot of fun coming up. A
You-
whole
You're,
lot of fun.
yeah, it's going to be,
Yeah,
right? The way you fight is fun. So I
yeah,
can't imagine those matchups. You only turned pro 4 years ago.
yeah.
And we're talking a world title fight in 4 years. Are you further afield than you expected to be? I mean, are you right on target, or have you kind of jumped a lot here?
No, I feel like I'm close to on target. Before I turned pro, I've seen myself doing these things, uh, fulfilling these things in the sport of boxing as it is now. My main thing is just walking into it, like I said. So the timeline I would say is kind of close.
Mm.
So it's not too far fetched. I feel like I put high expectations on myself. So for me to be competing for a world title, it's like I feel like it's been a reality that
Yeah.
I could do it, and I believed in it, and we work hard towards it, and I have the right team around me, my brothers, my father, and everybody is pushing me. So me being here for me, it's no surprise. As long as I'm staying focused, then there's no telling the heights that I could go, and that's in my skill set, that's outside the ring, that's all around the board. I feel like there's not really a ceiling on the limits.
Who's your favorite fighters coming up? Because I watch your style,
Yeah,
and I kind of feel like I see about 3 or 4 different fighters.
yeah.
Who did you watch and think, okay, I'm going to take a little bit of that, take a bit of this? Obviously, create your own style, which you've done. Who did you watch growing up?
Uh, One thing I can say is growing up, we didn't really watch any boxing. So I started boxing, from my father. He had me and my brothers into like the combat sports, mixed martial arts. This was before I started boxing. And we had moved overseas for a while. And, we had came back from overseas. There was a gym around the corner from where we had lived, me and my brothers and my family had moved somewhere in Cleveland. And there was a gym, and my father said, "Who wants to, step in the ring, who wants to,
You
just
put your
try
hand
it
up?
out.
Put your hand up?
Yeah. So I was the
Yeah.
first brother to try it out, and I was at the gym, and I was like, man, this kind of fun. And my brothers, they came in and they watched it with me. They watched me train. But what got them into it is, well, when I first sparred, there's, oh, I want to do that too. That looked fun.
Okay.
And that's what actually, grew my passion, is my brothers, coming alongside with me. And that's kind of what got me into it. So when I turned professional, that's kind of more so when we started watching boxing. And even when we watched boxing before, the fighters that we did watch were like the Sugar Rays, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Oh, you went old school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our father had his old school, and that's the fighters I like watching.
I can picture your father's got tapes and magazines of everything.
Yeah, not really.
No?
He wasn't a boxing guy either.
Okay.
But he was solid on us, his sons being able to, do certain things and being good at certain things. And even if it wasn't boxing, we would have been the best at whatever else we was doing.
You're just an athlete.
Yeah, athlete. We could have been the best street sweepers in the business. So it would have been whatever it was, whatever it would have been, we would have been the best at it. And that's something that he instilled in us, just make sure we're doing everything together and the best we can at it. It's just the lifestyle that we want to, live.
Nearly all your fights have been in America. I know there was a fight in Canada.
One fight in Canada. The rest in America, yeah.
All have been in America. You go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
There's times. It's a different experience.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the experience? I mean, what's the feelings knowing that this isn't in America?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. It's something to look forward to, knowing that it'd be different. It'd be real different. But first things first is, taking care of business. And then after that, I'd probably be able to experience it and, all the rest of it. But when you're going out there, you got to be wary of the certain things like, the climate changes and everything that changes when you go out there that you're not used to. So like I said, it's all mental. Boxing is mental. So as long as you locked in mentally, you know that you can do it, you prepare for it, then everything else comes easier.
Abdullah Mason, world champion at 21. How does that sound?
It sounds amazing.
Good, right?
It sounds amazing, yeah.
At 21 especially.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. That's I feel like that's one of my goals I had in mind before I turned pro when I was younger. When I've seen myself like, okay, and I made the decision that this is something that I want to do and I'm gonna take it far the way, I've seen myself, being here at around this time, like, oh, I want to, be a world champion around 20, 21. I still have a lot of time to do this and do that, train hard. But the main thing is just staying focused. The main thing is staying focused.
Final one. You do a lot of this now. Right?
Yeah.
All the cameras, all the lights, all the people.
Yeah.
Do you like this? Some fighters don't like this. Some fighters just want to get in the ring and do what they need to do. Do you understand the importance of all of this?
Yeah, but that's what makes me okay with it, because the importance of it. It goes hand in hand. You in the ring doing your job, you outside the ring doing your job, but it's a job nevertheless. All the way around, you got to make sure you're tight. And I feel like this is one of the areas that I made myself okay with. Because I don't think anybody, if you're not used to that lifestyle, or you're not around people who's always, with cameras in their face, then it's not something that you will like. But me, I'm getting used to it.
Speak well, young man. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
The Ring 4, November 22nd. Watch only on DAZN.